Hello children, I'm sure you're doing very well, aren't you? And enjoying all the grammar topics. Today we're going to study about very interesting topic which looks very small, only few words, just 3 words, but it is essential to study. Yes, you guessed it right. We are going to study articles. Unit 6, Articles. Let's begin today's lesson with a quick recap and a check. Go through these sentences. Each sentence has a mistake, an error. Try to spot it and underline it. And think about it. Why is it even a mistake? Let's study the articles a, an and the. The words a, an and the are called articles. Out of these 3, a and an are called indefinite articles. So this is indefinite, a and an. Just these 2. Because they do not refer to any specific person or thing. The article the is called definite article because it refers to something definite or specific person or thing. So that's the reason behind its name, definite. Indefinite articles first. The article a or an is used to mean one. For example, I own a cat and 3 dogs. How many cats do I own? 1, because we have the article a to denote that. A cat. The car ran at the speed of 60 kilometers an hour. So an hour is implying 1 hour. It is used before a singular countable noun where it refers to no particular person or thing. For example, I have a pen. She is an advocate. So these are countable nouns. Also with certain numbers. For example, a 10 rupee note, a dozen oranges. So here both are numbers, a 10 rupee note and dozen means 12. So you can get number in different forms. Also before phrases of time and measurements. For example, I go on holiday twice a week. So what is the time here? Twice, 2 times. Tomatoes are rupees 100 a kilo. So that's a measurement. That's the weight here. A kilo means 1 kilo. Our car can go at the speed of 220 kilometers an hour. They are used to indicate membership to a group. For example, he is a teacher. Brian is a goan. So this is like telling the category of something. Important thing to note is that article a is used before a noun that starts with a consonant sound. The article an is used before a noun that starts with a vowel sound, not just letter but sound. For example, a European country. Now the letter E is a vowel but the sound is not a vowel. A usual day, again, it looks like a vowel. It is a vowel letter but not a sound. Whereas here, an unusual, problem, an honorable job, an MBA student, because all these words are beginning with a vowel sound. Let's study about definite articles. The definite article is used when? Before a noun, because we have already mentioned it. Like this. A boy fell from a mango tree. We have told this information, but now we are repeating this. The boy was taken to a nearby hospital. So we have mentioned it once. Next, before a noun that is one of its kind. For example, the people might visit India. The star is very bright tonight. So the star is one of its kind. Also before a noun which is made definite by using a qualifying phrase or clause. Like, the boy in the corner is my brother. The child in red shirt is very cute. The next category is before a noun which becomes definite because both the speaker and the listener are familiar with it. Like, they are playing in the lawn. So here, this is the article and both the listener and speaker are familiar with this. Mother is in the kitchen. Before the ordinals. Ordinals means first, second, third, etc. And superlatives also. Also before same and only. The examples are, I accepted the first offer. So first is an ordinal here. So we will place the before ordinal. I read the same book that you read. Next, to represent a whole class of animals or things, for example, the cow gives us milk. So it's not just one cow, we are talking about the entire class, entire category. The camel rarely drinks water. In the same manner, we are talking about all camels here. Important thing to note, man is exception to this rule. For example, man is mortal. So we will not write the man is mortal. We will only write man. Also before an adjective of quality to represent a category of people. For example, the brave are admired. The rich should help the poor. So here it is placed before an adjective of quality. Like brave, rich. It is also used before the names of seas, rivers, oceans, groups of islands, deserts, ranges of mountains, gulfs and bays, besides poles, etc. Let's read along. The Red Sea, the Himalayas, the Ganga River, the Bay of Bengal, the Pacific Ocean, the Gulf of Mexico, the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, the North Pole, the Sahara Desert. All these names are names of seas and rivers. And also you must have noticed when I said the Andaman. So whenever the is placed before a vowel beginning word, the will be pronounced as the. It is also placed before the names of countries that have United Republic in them or have plural name. Like, it's not United States of America, it is the United States of America and the Republic of Seychelles. The is also placed before the names of few important books, magazines and newspapers like the Bible, the Mail Today, the Vedas, the Quran and the Times of India. Also before musical instruments, he placed the tabla, he placed the sitar. So you can write any musical instrument but you will place the before it. And before a proper noun, if it represents a particular class of people or it is defined by some defining clause or phrase. Like, Kalidasa is the Shakespeare of India. So Kalidasa is representing an identity, entire class. The Mr. Khan whom I helped yesterday is a great artist. So you are talking about Mr. Khan here in particular. I want to meet the Mr. Sharma who is the director. Now we will study repetition of the article, in which cases we can do that. Repetition of an article changes the meaning of a sentence, children. For example, I have a red and white shirt. A shirt with two colors, red and white. Let's see the other sentence. I have a red and a white shirt. What do you observe here? Is it one shirt we are talking about? No, we are talking about two shirts here. Two shirts with one red and the other white in color. So just the mention of one article or the omission or the placement makes a lot of difference, or the repetition also. Omission of the article means no article is used or no article category. In this category, you will read the sentences carefully and see if an article is required or not required. Now, in which cases we will use omission before an uncountable noun. For example, milk is good for health, gold is a useful metal, cows eat grass. So, what are the uncountable nouns here? Milk and gold here. Both are uncountable. So, we will not use any article here. Before plural countable nouns when they do not refer to any particular people or things. For example, men should respect women. Roads should be safe even for pedestrians. So, no article is required here. Also, before proper nouns such as names of people, countries, continents, cities, lakes, hills and mountains. So, in all these categories, we will not use any article at all. Like, Rohan is my brother, we live in India. Asia has got the better climate than Europe. Agra is known for the Taj. Mount Everest is the highest mountain in the world. So, we are not using any article before the names of these things. Also, before the names of meals if they refer to the occasion, not food. For example, I take breakfast at 9 o'clock. So, this is a meal. Lunch is at 1 p.m. So, we have not used any article before which meal? Lunch. Children, the rule of omission also applies before certain buildings such as school, prison, hospital, church if they are visited or used for their primary purpose. For example, we go to school, he went to prison, I went to bed, she is in hospital, we spent 2 hours in church. So, it's quite obvious here that they are used for their primary purpose, for which they are meant to be. For example, if the purpose is different from the primary purpose or the main purpose of going to such places, we use articles. For example, I have come to the hospital to meet my friend. That is not the purpose we go to a hospital. This is a separate case where somebody is visiting or going to the hospital to meet his friend or a patient. So, this is not the primary purpose. I have come to the hospital. So, here you can see we have used the article the. The rule of omission also applies before words that denote a unique post or position. A unique post. Like, he is principal of my school. They appointed me chairman of the committee. So, these are unique post or positions here, principal and chairman of the committee. Also used before names of languages. For example, they speak English at home. Can you speak French? Children, what are the names of languages here? Yes, you're right. English and French. So, you will not use articles before names of languages. Also, before certain phrases made up of a preposition and a noun. So, this is the combination we are looking at. We will omit articles before them, like at home. So we cannot say the at home or a at home or an at home. At home, at noon, by air, at night, at sunset, by road, at sunrise, at sight, by land, at daybreak, on demand, and by train. Few more. At dawn, at interest, by bus, in dark, on earth, by flight, in hand, by water, on foot, in debt, by sea and on deck. Before certain phrases consisting of a transitive verb and its object. So in such cases, you will not use any article. This is a no article situation. Let's read along. To catch fire, to lose heart, to leave home, to take breath, to set foot, to send word, to cast anchor, to leave home, to give word, to give ear, to go home, to keep word, to set sail, and to take offense. So children, these were the different types of articles, their categories, their rules and certain examples where to use the article and where not. So do try a lot of exercises and recap it again by attempting the exercises given at the end of this chapter.